This trail just dares you to not press the brakes. Alrighty. Getting right into this trail. I'm climbing Greenhorn Trail here. This is probably one of the most recommended loops I've had since moving to the Ketchum area. Everyone I've talked to talks about, oh yeah, you gotta ride Greenhorn to Imperial. Greenhorn to Imperial. Everybody, so many people. So, finally doing it. I think the snow's melting enough to make it happen. Last time I was here, there was no shot. Should be a nice little loop. Not too long, not too much climbing, but enough to get the heart and legs going, and hopefully enough to get the adrenaline rushing on the downhill. Whoop. I just made it to the almost the top of my climb, but the intersection between Greenhorn and Imperial, where I'm turning off to just do a short climb and then get to the descent. I sat here to eat a snack, and I've just noticed this little treasure chest. I have no clue what it is. Should I open it? I think I probably should. See what this is. Take one. Your love thanks you. Text if empty. What the heck is this? Little pocket hug? Are you kidding me? OMG. What else do we have in here? Just a little... Oh, pirate booty. Heck yeah, dude. What? That's so stinking cool. Should I take... I might take the pirate's booty. Or maybe I'll think of Mackenzie and take the little pocket hug. But you know what? I can give Mackenzie a real hug, so I think I'm going to take the pirate's booty. The medallion. That is so sick. I've never seen that. And I'm going to hide it. Right back where it was. That's so cool. Look at this. Treasure chest. Pirate. That's awesome. Quick break here to take in this incredible view that probably won't be picked up super well on the camera. But you're just gonna have to trust me, it looks phenomenal in person. All right, I think the DH is kind of underway now. We'll see what this is like. First time riding this trail. This is Imperial Gulch. Starts off when you turn off Greenhorn. It's a bit of a climb, but now I believe we're back into nice descent. Pretty gradual at the moment, but the elevation map says we got a little over 1,700 feet of descending. The mountains are straight up gorgeous. The trail is riding so well. Haven't encountered a single downed tree or snow patch on Imperial so far. There was one on the climb, but that was it. So things are improving. More and more trails are starting to open up in the area, and it's almost that sweet, sweet summer riding season. Woo! The last trail I rode was a loop that took me down Pork Chop Trail just north of Ketchum, and I thought those views were the best I'd seen yet in the area. But I gotta say, this is better, and I'm hoping that my camera's picking up on just how beautiful those snow-capped mountains are in the distance. But in the meantime, I'm enjoying having a bike, riding smoothly, shifting properly, brakes are silent and have enough power. My little mechanicking I've been doing has been paying off on this thing. Some much needed maintenance. Woo, a little loose. This trail just dares you to not press the brakes. The corners are perfectly, groomed. Not really banked, but just enough. Ooh. That you can do that. Oh, I'm gonna lie here for a quick second. Oh, Lord have mercy. Oh, so what I was saying about not touching your brakes on this trail maybe needed to tap them a bit before hitting that corner. That was one of those ones, oh man, I'm gonna be sore. You see it coming. There's just, you can't really do anything. But you can see I locked up my tire right there and just right into the tree, over the bars. Nothing you can do. Of course, today was the day I didn't wear my knee pads, and I was telling myself on the climb, like, of course this would be the day I crash. What do you know? Hopefully that's the only crash I get. So yeah, if you're riding this trail, maybe touch your brakes before that little root garden, because I committed to full speed on the garden and then didn't have time to brake for the tree here. I'll be back, Mr. Tree. You got me today, but you won't win next time. Pro tip I learned from a buddy that's one of the best bike mechanics I know. When you're out riding, especially really difficult trails, leave your brakes just loose enough that you can kind of move them. And you might ask, why would you do that? Don't you want them to not move? Well, if they're just tight enough, they won't move under normal braking and biking. But in a situation like this where you slam a tree, they can move. And so what I just had to do is got back on my bike and I noticed this brake was down. Had I had that tight enough that it couldn't move, I could have ripped a cable out, broken the lever, and I would have been hosed for the rest of my ride. So because I left them loose, I'm good to go. My bike is great and we can get back on the trail. So pro tip right there. Whew, back on the trail after that crash. I had to straighten my bars as well. So another tip, always carry a multi-tool. But let's get back into this descent and enjoy this beauty of a trail. Oh, that was good. You can probably tell I'm taking things a little more cautiously now. And I think that's just natural after a crash, but we'll get back into it shortly. Woo! Woo! Back in the open here. Nice banked corners, just enough for the speed that you're going on this trail. Ah, it's gorgeous. The mountains are gorgeous in the distance. Can't say that I'm really looking at them, but they are there. Every time I get a little quick chance to look up, it is pretty. But I am mostly focusing on cornering. Oh, this is a sick trail. I have to agree with everybody that recommended this. It might just be a blue, but man, is this good flow. I just got completely slapped silly by that branch. All part of the fun of spring riding. Woo! A little air right there. Again, I'm hitting my brakes a little bit more now after wrecking, but this trail just screams, don't brake. Oh! Holy! Oh! I am chickening out a bit though. Because it's loose. Oh my gosh. Oh, had to put a foot out. Woo! They could definitely bank that corner a bit more. Not gonna lie. Holy. Oh yeah, Trey. Come on. Lean the bike, not yourself. Lean the bike, not yourself. Keep your body weight. Yes. That's body weight centered. Maximum traction. Sunflowers are popping. It's a great time to be alive. Woohoo! And a corner. Great time to corner. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba-da-bo. Good old sawtooths in the distance. Oh man. Yeah, definitely another must-ride trail if you're ever up in Ketchum, Sun Valley area. This trail complex has a lot to offer. You can really get a good backcountry feel too. You climb up Greenhorn all the way to the top. You can come down Mahoney, come down this. You can go over and ride Cow Creek on the other side. It's just a phenomenal trail system. real natural feeling trails. But like I said, just enough berms in most places to support cornering. Obviously not enough berm where I crashed. Come on, I'm blaming that on the trail builder. Just kidding. But my point is, not overbuilt trails, but definitely not just like a hiking trail that allows bikes. So real good, happy medium here. A lot of people in the area ride e-bikes in this trail system because it's a lot of climbing. So be prepared to have your climbing legs ready. But that just means there's that much more descending, right? Gotta climb to descend, so can't complain too much. This trail's a great blue. It's maybe a little steeper and faster than some of the other blues in the area, but it's still just a great flow trail. So maybe it's not the best beginner trail, but it's definitely a great intermediate trail with a lot of bang for your buck. If you're willing to do the climb, it is a worthwhile descent, and it's accessible. Like I said, intermediate trail. You don't have to be some crazy good mountain biker to ride this thing. You do maybe need to use a little more brain cells than I used. You could ride this on pretty much any good trail bike. I mean, you could do it on a cross-country bike too, but I will say trail bike definitely is gonna be better for this. You're gonna want those 4-piston brakes, and I know some trail bikes don't even have 4-piston brakes, so you could get by, but your brakes are gonna get pretty hot and you're gonna be wanting that power. Good size rotor, 4-piston brakes would be perfect for this. But like I said, you could do this on a cross-country bike if you wanted. It's very smooth and flowy. You're just gonna have to be really monitoring your brake temps and braking power a little bit more on a cross-country bike than I am on my enduro rig. Woo! And then in sections like that, suspension is nice to have. But more importantly than suspension, I think, with just how loose it is tire choice. I can't say that these are like the greatest tires for this trail, but they do pretty good. It's tough to find a trail conditions that these tires don't do well in. These are the Cryptotals, and they're kind of Continental's all-rounder tire. There was a super rude climb in the middle of this trail that I was not ready for. Just long enough to get your legs going again. And now I got to get back into that downhill flow. Oh, this trail is so good though. Braking bumps are already present, even though it's literally like the first or second week this trail has been rideable. It's clearly been ridden since it's thawed. Woo, this is so good. Kind of in this open plain now. Big sweeping corners. Braking bumps though, geez. It's probably more likely that these braking bumps are left over from last season and the trail crews just haven't gotten around to this trail yet. They've had their work cut out for them with tree removal and fixing trail damage from the winter, so I don't blame them for not getting to this one just yet. Woo! Oh yeah. Oh yeah, what are up with these berms? Where were these berms at the top? This is amazing. Yeah, I don't know why you'd climb this. This is like perfect descending here. Woo! Woo! Looks like the trail crews actually have gotten to this part of the trail. Been digging out the side a bit. Thank you, trail crews. Woo! Got to work on my manualing skills because I am literally barely getting my front wheel off the ground. Just enough to clear that creek at speed though, so can't complain. Gotta take every little opportunity to jump here. Oh, look at this beautiful bridge. Beautiful. The fact that this bike is approaching a decade old is actually mind-boggling to me. And it's still so good. A lot of the components are not a decade old. They've been put on in the last few years, but still an old bike that just absolutely rips. Geometry is playful, super fun, suspension is good. Just a great bike. Just a wonderful bike. I need to upgrade the brakes, and I have a plan for that. It's hard to get things shipped here to catch them, and I ordered the wrong brake pads, so I haven't been able to upgrade my brakes yet. And I'm really not upgrading the brakes, I'm just putting a new, some air-cooled pads on them. Because some of these long distance, not so much this one because it was not quite as gnarly. You don't really have to use your brakes as much on this descent. But some of those real steep descents I've been doing, I've just been cooking my rear brake especially, and it just fades hard by the end of the ride. My rotors are also on your left. Anyways, my rotors are also pretty much at their minimum thickness. So, time to replace rotors and pads. There's the old van. All right, there it is. Greenhorn to Imperial Loop. Great intermediate trail. My watch gives 10.8-ish miles and about 1,800 feet of total climbing, which means 1,800 feet of total descending, and that's the more important metric. I didn't show the pups in my last vid, so here they are. Happy as can be, huh? Blizzard, come say hi. Blizzy, come here. Come here. I know the edge is scary. Blizzard's too scared to come to the edge, but she's up there. Aren't you, girl? Yeah. Goofy girls.